Thinking of working in Switzerland? Whether you're from the EU, the UK, the US, or anywhere else in the world, here are the things you need to know before applying for a job in Switzerland. Why Switzerland? It's not just the chocolate and the mountains. It's a small but mighty country made up of 26 cantons, each with its own personality and its own primary language. Switzerland is located between Germany, Italy, and France. You will find German is spoken in the majority of regions, including Zurich. French is used in the west, where you will also find Geneva. Italy is spoken in the south, in Ticino. And Romansh is the fourth official language, spoken in parts of Graubünden. Switzerland isn't part of the EU, but it is part of the Schengen zone and has tight economic ties with Europe. It's also home to some of the world's biggest banks, pharma companies, and research institutions. High wages, political stability, and a high quality of life make it incredibly attractive to workers from all over the globe. And let's not forget the beauty of it all, from snow-covered alpine villages to sparkling lakes and pristine hiking trails. Switzerland enjoys 4 distinct seasons with warm summers, perfect for cycling and swimming, and cold, snowy winters, ideal for skiing and snowboarding. If you love nature and the outdoors, it's a dream location year-round. And if you want to go somewhere else, take a train from Zurich to Milan and be in Italy in 3 hours. If you're from an EU or an EFTA country, that's the European Union and the European Free Trade Association, like Germany, France, or Norway, good news, you have the right to work in Switzerland. But don't skip the next steps, because there's still some things you need to be aware of. As a citizen of an EU or EFTA country, you won't need a visa, but you will need a residence permit. So the process is to first get a job, and then you can move to the country. Once you've moved to Switzerland, you need to register with the local authorities within 14 days. Every zip code has their own magistrate office you can go to and register at. For EU citizens, it's as easy as moving towns in your own countries. Some regulated professions, for example nurses and teachers, might require Swiss recognition of your qualifications. Since Brexit, UK citizens are now treated like third country nationals, just like Americans, Canadians, Australians, and others. There are permit quotas in place for these countries as well. Switzerland is always looking for specialists, think technology, finance, pharma, or engineering. And only highly skilled roles are usually accepted. The more highly skilled and specialized you are in your field, the likelier it is you will be able to get the permit to work in Switzerland, even if you're coming from one of the third countries. You need a job offer from an employer that is willing to go through the process of proving that there is no Swiss or EU citizen that is capable of doing your job. And that is why they have to bring you into the country. Your work and residence permits have to be applied for by the employer. If you're a highly qualified specialist, very well educated, and lots of experience, then this might still be a good way for you. For every country that hasn't been mentioned yet, the same regulations as for the non-EU, non-EFTA countries apply, except it's even stricter, even more red tape, and the quotas are even smaller. Even higher focus on only the most skilled labor, and it's even harder to get sponsorships unless you bring the exact right in-demand skills. For people from these countries to work in Switzerland, you need an employer and a position that is very specialized. Someone who can prove that they've exhausted all other options. They can't find somebody qualified to do this job anywhere else. Regardless of where you're from, here are some tips that are going to help you when applying for a job in Switzerland. If you can speak one of Switzerland's many native languages, you're gonna have a better chance. So if you speak German, French, or Italian, you have many more opportunities available to you. There are plenty of English-speaking positions as well, but those are more common in the big hubs like Zurich, Geneva, and Basel, and also at some of the more international companies. There's big offices of Google, Facebook, and every other big tech company here as well. If you're a software developer, there's more English jobs for you available. For more human-facing positions, learning one of the local languages is very beneficial. There's differences in the CV as well. For a Swiss CV, it's usual to include a picture and have much more detail than would be common on an American CV. Here's a video all about how to structure your CV to increase your chances of getting picked by recruiters in Switzerland. Another thing that's peculiar when you're applying for a job in Switzerland, include as many relevant documents as possible. Just a CV is very uncommon here. It's not uncommon to send huge packs of PDFs when applying for a position. If you have it, include written work references, your diplomas, certificates, and every other relevant document that could corroborate your experience for this position. Don't be fooled by the salary alone. It may seem high in comparison to what you're earning in your country now, but you're going to be very surprised by how much your costs are going to increase as well. If you're considering moving to one of the bigger cities like Zurich, you're going to have very high expenses as well. When applying for a position in Switzerland, do your research. Make sure that the salary that you're offered will be enough to support you and your family when moving to Switzerland. Switzerland has a high standard of living, but it also comes with a high cost of living. Apartments are expensive, produce is expensive, living is expensive in Switzerland. Salaries are high as well, but you need to make sure that the math works out for you. Switzerland offers incredible opportunities. You can work at some of the biggest companies in the world, go for a swim in the Zurich lake during lunch, float down the river to your office. But with those opportunities comes a lot of competition. So, I hope I could help you figure out what you need to keep in mind in trying to get a job in Switzerland. Wish you the best of luck, and maybe we'll see each other on the streets of Zurich sometime in the future. You can find a CV template that's perfect for applying to jobs in Switzerland down in the description, as well as links to more information about the process for moving to Switzerland by the Swiss government. Wish you good luck, and if there's any more questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.